welcome to the Nasboys podcast. Now, did you know that Jordan Anderson, who founded his own NASCAR truck team at the beginning of 2018, only had $190 in his bank account during the second week of January of that year? That is absolutely crazy. So, anyways, guys, welcome to the Nasboys podcast. I'm your host, Mike, aka Mike FobFan 101, with my good friend and co-host Cam, aka Noticed_Cam.
Howdy, y'all.
So let's get down to talking about some NASCAR. We are going to talk about this weekend's races over at Bristol. Pretty interesting weekend. We're going to kick it off with the truck race, which I believe we both did not watch.
Yeah, I've heard some stuff about it, but not much.
I did not watch it. All I know is Ty Majeski won, which is very cool. Ty Majeski's been a pretty solid driver this season, and I'm glad that he was finally able to get a win.
Yeah, I did not have him even nearly close to him winning at Bristol, but good for him.
So let's take a look at what you guys had to say. 50% of you said good. None of you said great. And 50% of you said meh/okay. None of you said bad. Okay Racing, Henry24257 says, okay racing, but glad Majeski won. 7 out of 10. Driver of the day, nobody. I don't know who to give it to because, again, I did not watch the race.
Well, I say let's play it safe and go with Ty Majeski.
Sure, we'll do that. All right, now we'll talk about the Xfinity race. I did watch a little bit of this one. I wasn't paying the best of attention, but I did watch it. It did look like there was some good racing on the track. We saw a couple of incidents like Sheldon Creed and Ty Gibbs. They got into a big wreck that was caused by the eventual race winner, Noah Gregson. Here it is on the screen.
Has now presented that he can make it in. You see him
crash. Creed hard into the wall as well as the 54 of Ty Gibbs.
That started from behind Gibbs.
My take on this is that it was very unnecessary, but at the same time, it's Bristol. So I'm not really surprised that that's what happened. Overall, it looked like it was a good race. Not as good as the Cup race. The Cup race was pretty good. What else happened? Oh, yeah, the Brandon Jones and Noah Gregson battling for the win there as well. Yeah, that was crazy. It wasn't that as good of a battle, but it was just interesting because we had reported on this with our last episode that Brandon Jones was going to Noah Gregson's car, with the 9 car, and leaving the 19 car for Joe Gibbs. And it was just really weird to watch him battle with his future car, but he did not get the W. He tried, and I was pulling for him, but congratulations to Noah Gregson. I know, Cam, you picked Brandon Jones.
I did, and when I heard that he was so close to winning, I was very upset.
I was like, no way Cam is going to be right with this, because all three of us that were on the episode, we all picked JRM drivers. And I was like, oh, man, Cam's probably going to pick Gregson and complete the fleet. No.
Yeah, no. I had to go a little wild. Because, dude, Brandon Jones always runs good at Bristol. Like, he always has a decent car.
It's just like, if I'm being honest, you like constantly pick like Gregson, Allgaier, and like Brandon Jones. It's like, oh yeah, he's gonna pick Gregson.
Whoa! But before you say that, though, can we not talk about Christian, who always picks Allgaier?
Valid. You guys do come up with the same picks
next week. Listen, let's hope Christian. Well, okay, I don't know.
He's probably gonna watch this one.
Yeah, no, I would say, guys, or I would say, let's make a bet that Christian will have Allgaier next week. I say let's do it anyways.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Valid. Well, it's at Texas, I think, or are they not even racing? Hold up, let's check if they're even racing. They are racing this weekend at Texas Motor Speedway, and I gotta come up with my pick. But anyways, let's take a look at what you guys had to say about the Xfinity race. 46% of you said great, 46% of you said good, 0% of you said meh/okay, and 1 of you said bad. Henry24257 says, good race. Wish dirty air didn't play a big role in the finish, but Gregson got 3 in a row. Yeah, That's a good point there. I didn't mention that. He's won the last few races, even though technically Kansas was rain delayed, but he still won 3 in a row, which is very impressive. So I think Noah Gregson is the championship favorite right now as the Xfinity Series starts to roll into the playoffs.
Agreed.
Let's see. The _lap says Xfinity is the best racing of the top 3 series. I mean, I think I can agree with him. To an extent, I can agree with him.
Yeah, I see that point.
I can see that point, yeah.
Yeah,
because the Cup has some off weeks. The Xfinity has the most good weeks consistently. And then the trucks they're okay. I like trucks. So now let's take a look at the Cup race. Bristol night race. This was a pretty good race, I'd say. The cars still pulled away a little bit, but there was some good racing up front. But the main thing that we got to talk about is these mechanical issues. Oh
my
my
goodness.
God, bro. The mechanical issues were nuts. They showed a graphic that 12 out of the 16 playoff drivers suffered an issue. We saw Kyle Busch, he blew up. Martin Truex Jr., he had a power steering issue. Denny Hamlin, he had a problem with his wheel. Suarez had a wreck.
To go if he's able to finish all of the laps. He's only 150 down the backstretch.
What a crash!
Multiple cars wadding it up in turn 3.
The 99's in it, guys.
Suarez a part of it.
Yeah, we just talked about that.
The 48 advanced, and he's going to feel good about it because his car is smoking
come on,
through the hood.
Hustle over here.
99 has a
Look
flat
at
tire.
Quick,
look at
guys.
the bubble now.
The 8's on pit road.
Just those.
Tyler Reddick, he had a wreck. I'm sure there's even more that I'm probably missing right now, but it just felt like everybody was going through issues. And I think that Martin Truex Jr. and Kevin Harvick are correct. It's crappy parts that have been put on these race cars. The Gen 7 is a very good car. I'm not saying it's not a good car, but it needs some work, especially with the parts.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, these cars are very flawed for how much praise they were getting by NASCAR itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think, really, they really got to fix it because, man, Bristol ate those cars up 100%. Right. And Bristol is known as one of the rougher tracks. So, I'm not surprised necessarily, but I mean, man, to see just how many, especially since there was a lot of playoff drivers that were impacted by it, just makes it even more of an embarrassment on NASCAR's part.
Yeah, but talking about the race itself, it's just like Buescher won the race. We don't ever expect that. That's 3 races in a row where a non-playoff driver has won. That's insane. Brad Keselowski, he looked really strong later in the race after one pit cycle, and then he was able to stay out there, but then he wrecked. Christopher Bell, too, he wrecked. He hit the wall leading. I think Chastain had a problem, too, which was nice to see, or somewhat nice to see, because I don't really know how I feel about Chastain right now. But yeah, like the RFK cars looked really, really good last night. Congratulations to Chris Buescher. First ever win for RFK and first win for Fastenal in the Cup Series besides a points paying race or non-points paying races because he's won the duel a couple of times. Second career win for Chris Buescher, which was very, very nice to see. I like Chris Buescher. I think he's kind of an underrated driver. He's been having some speed.
Yeah, I love Chris Buescher. I think he's also he's a character in NASCAR, in my opinion. There's rarely a few people I feel like that really just hate this guy and have a lot of just, grudge against him. Besides him being up and winning, obviously, another person that kind of surprised me getting in the top 10 was Cole Custer coming in at 8. He had a really good race, in my opinion. He kind of maintained up in the front part of the track, which was really cool to see. And then, I had Joey Logano going because, well, I mean, he's just a Bristol god. and he ended up being 27th, which hurt my feelings. But hey, he was ahead of Bubba Wallace, and that's what matters. Am I right, fellas?
Oh man, the boomers in the comments, or the guys defending him, I should say, not the boomers. But yeah, Joey, he had a problem with his wheel. I forgot about that. His pit crew couldn't put the tire on right, and then he had to go to the back in the garage. So that made me really sad. Let's see, what made you answer the way you did now? Oh wait, did I say what the people said? I don't think I did.
No, and then I think after that you have to do meme of the week too. So
Correct. So 2 people said great, 29%, 71% said good, 0% said message okay, and nobody said bad. Aurora_Wolf_19 says lots of passes, championship implications, and some good old Bristol racing. Yes, you are correct. There were a lot of championship implications. 3 out of the 4 drivers that I had making it to the round of 12 did not make it. Kyle Busch, I had him squeaking in. Kevin Harvick, I had making it in after the win at Bristol, but again, he didn't win. Tyler Reddick, even that really surprised me. And then Austin Dillon, everybody had him as a first round exit. But Cindric and Briscoe, they had a really good run. I forgot to mention that. They both had really good runs when they needed to. So great job to those guys. Cindric was like 7 laps down, and he was able to make a comeback and make it to the playoffs. Harvick was having a decent race. He had an issue early, and then he came back, but then he had another like wreck, I believe. But yeah, there was some championship implications for sure.
yeah,
Henry24257 says, okay race with decent passing. Package could have been fixed, but 7 out of 10. Yeah.
yeah. I'd also like to add that in my round of 12, I actually only had 3 out of those 4 drivers not make it for me. I didn't have Austin Cindric in there, but I did have Harvick, Busch, and Reddick.
So far you are the closest in the Nasboys bracket race. I gotta look at your full bracket if you like write it out, or I gotta rewatch.
Yeah, I
the
can
video.
make a full bracket for you later and show you.
Okay, well, I believe you. I think I recall you saying that, and I was thinking you were crazy, but you were right. So I was wrong. And I thought Christian was crazy for saying Kyle Busch was going to be out in the first round, but he was right.
Oh, are you serious saying that? And then you think she's serious for that? What about Daniel Suarez? All right, that's what I want to talk about.
Daniel
What were
Suarez
you
is
thinking,
probably going to
Christian?
get out this round. I was surprised he made it in, if I'm being honest.
I
But
thought, Loki, if anything, I had a feeling that he would have lost and Bush would have been able to stay in somehow,
yeah,
but it didn't happen that way.
well, it was almost going to be Reddick, because right after Kyle Busch blew up, Reddick got in that wreck, which I probably showed on the screen.
Oh
And then
yeah,
he was almost out with the DVP policy, and he used like 9 minutes up, I believe. But he made a comeback, and Reddick was able, well, not really made a comeback, but he was able to come back on the track, but he was multiple laps down. Cindric managed to get the tiebreaker, I believe. And I thought Kyle Busch was going to have a chance if Reddick was eliminated, because they showed Kyle Busch +5. But I don't know if Kyle Busch really cared that much, because I saw his interview and they asked him, like, are you going to stick around to see if you make it? And he's like, once NASCAR releases me from my media obligations, then I'm just going home. The kids need me.
yeah. Kyle Busch, the family man, he is.
Dalton.Malak_9 says lots of drama, which is expected in the playoffs. 19 different winner. I believe that is a NASCAR record. 8.5 out of 10. I think I gotta agree with that.
Yeah, I have to agree too.
So the same 3 people in the same order, believe it or not. They all had their thoughts to say. So Keith said, NASCAR needs to take a look into the mechanical problems. We had 7 cars have mechanical issues. It was more than that, but I agree with you. Actually, no, never mind. He's right. Never mind. I'm being stupid. They need to fix it. Well, duh, Henry. Very unacceptable. would not be surprised to see NASCAR get their butts chewed out. They have been. Kevin Harvick again. He said crappy parts, that they're crappy parts. Martin Truex Jr. He agreed with that sentiment. So yeah, that's really bad. My take on it, once again, that is very unacceptable. I get it's a new car, but these parts are bad. They gotta fix it.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, like I said, I hope they fix this because, I mean, once again, NASCAR failing at its finest.
Exactly. So, driver of the day, Christopher Buescher. He led the most laps and scored RFK their first win. I can agree with that. Somebody else I think could be considered his teammate / half team owner, Brad Keselowski, and the other Christopher Bell. He had a very strong car, but he couldn't get it done toward the end.
Yeah, it's
between those three guys, in my opinion.
I'm gonna go with Chris Buescher because he had a fantastic race, in my opinion, and I think that putting on that win for the team probably uplifted their spirits, and overall, I think it was just one of those good guy stories.
That is true, Cam, because they were having kind of a rough patch. Brad Keselowski, he hasn't been doing good. Buescher, he's mid, but he did good last night, so he's not that mid. I said he was a little underrated, but he's had some mid finishes for sure. But yeah, now time for meme of the week. It's this one by BR4N0N.G0M3Z. I don't know why I read the whole username, but why not? Brendan Gomez. He had this one, and for context, Harrison Burton. I should have mentioned this when we were talking about the race. He had a lot of incidents. He was involved in like 5, and then like 3 of them he spun out. Like just by himself. Like he spun out, and then like 1 he caused Jones to go with him. He had an incident with Ty Dillon, I believe. He was just overall like a spinning mess. So that meme's definitely the most accurate.
Yeah, I agree. I think that it was just funny because if you see in the meme, just the words that's in the actual picture is hilarious.
Yeah. So now I guess we can get into this weekend at Texas. I know my cup pick, but I don't even know who I'm picking for the Xfinity race. I gotta figure that out right now. So Cam, you can go first.
So for Xfinity, I'm going with Daniel Hemrick. I think it's kind of it's not. I feel like it's more like an underdog pick, in my opinion. I just feel like he's been running well recently, and I think he could put on something. So
yeah, I mean, you did not go with Noah Gregson, so good job. I might have to agree with you. Looking at this, I have to see if the guy I do want to pick is in the race, but I doubt it. So, I'm gonna say if he is in the race, John Hunter Nemechek, but if not, Daniel Hemrick.
And you're also going with Daniel Hemrick.
Yeah, you know what? Why not? I'll do something different.
Okay,
but if John Hunter Nemechek's in it, I'm going with him. But for the Cup race, this is the one that truly matters. I'm going with Kyle Busch. He had a great car in the All-Star race, but then he had that little incident with Ross Chastain, which equaled him not winning the All-Star race. So I'm going to go with Kyle Busch easily.
You're going with Kyle Busch. All right, this one's going to be a little weird. Not bad. Not too bad.
Oh, no.
No, it's not that bad, really. I'm going to go with William Byron.
Actually, that is a really good pick. Not even hot at all. That's really good.
You see, I almost want to say, what I was going to say here. Here's what I was going to say wasn't too bad, and I thought about it. I was going to say Christopher Bell, which isn't a bad pick either.
That's not that bad.
But then I was like, no. I don't know why my senses clicked to me, and I was like, no. I got to go with my boy, number 24, every day for Texas.
Your boy, boo. Anyways. I think that's going to close out this weekend's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. Make sure you guys follow our socials, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Peace.
Thank you guys so much for
calling up, you only calling